Well, greetings and welcome back to another mismanaged episode here, where I'm no doubt going to jump all over the place and probably confuse everybody, including myself. I do want to thank some of the people from the comments in the previous videos, Chaos Emerald and Diggity Jones too, for helping me out whenever they saw me doing pretty bad things with my scripts here. Trying to set up some of these events, I had made them more complicated than I needed to, and had actually set up a few of them wrong. So thank you guys for offering the advice. Just continue to do that if you feel like it. I try to listen to it, and hopefully it will make this process a little bit easier for me, because it's all fairly new to me. And since the last video, quite a lot of time has passed, and there is a lot of new things that I've set up, actually. One of the major things that I've done, you'll probably notice that the cryo room is, it looks a little bit different. It looks emptier and less complete. Well, if you remember, one of my major complaints about my mapping technique that I wasn't happy with was the fact that you couldn't walk behind walls. I wanted to fix that, so I learned a new mapping technique. I'm not very good at it yet, but I will hopefully be getting there. Learned a technique called Parallax mapping, and basically for that, I will be showing how to do that at some point in the future. And once I get better at it and I don't stumble through it for like 5 or 6 hours, which is how long it took me to figure it all out. But basically you take a snapshot of your map, and then you kind of edit the picture how you need it to, and then you overlay it on top of the map in game as an image. So this is the cryo room right now. You can see I've cleared out the wall here. I just have these wall tiles to simulate the cryopods, so the player will bump into something, but I've cut out the walls here, and I've cut out the computer here. And what I've done with GIMP is take a photo of my level, and I cut these out, and this will be the picture that is overlaid on top of this. That way I can walk behind the wall. I'll be able to walk behind the back of this. But more importantly with parallax mapping is that you can decorate your map in even more detail. You can see I placed these pipes here. I didn't place these in the game. You can copy and paste anything. And one of the things I'm going to try to do is pipes and different things like that, because this is supposed to be kind of like between the wall in the hallway and the wall for the cryo room. So you're kind of seeing a cutaway section, and it's got a wall there with pipes, and I'll probably have some other pipes and things like that. But on this central computer, one of the things I did, since I'm overlaying it on top of the map, is I pasted some paper on there. I pasted another computer monitor with an exclamation mark to kind of make it more serious. I changed the colors on the screens here, red and yellows, kind of to make it look like there's some emergency notifications on there. And you just save it as a PNG file, and you can use it that way. It's a little bit more complicated than that. There are some scripts involved. I'm using modern algebra's fixed image, or fixed parallax, what is it? Fix picture to map. If you don't use an image fixer, whenever you overlay your image, the image will actually move around with you, which could be fairly useful if you were trying to simulate an image in the background or in the foreground, like you have a light hanging overhead. Obviously the light should move at a different rate because it's closer to you, the viewer, than the stuff in the background. I might be doing something like that, but for the overlay that we're going to be using, the image needs to be stuck in one place. And you know what, let's just take a look at this intro scene. This is everything that I've mapped. I set up Dennis, as you could see. I did that without you guys, because that was another ordeal that took way too many hours. And it's best that I didn't record it. It's better for all of our health. So yeah, this is what I've got so far. It still needs tweaking, but it's getting there, I think. Dennis walks up there, and he's kind of scouting out the room for Emma. Make sure there's nothing in here. Of course, Emma sees the one cryopod and pulls us out of it. got all this test dialogue that you can go through. Because I still don't know how the characters, what their personalities are going to be like just yet, so most of the dialogue will probably be changing, but it's the basic idea of what they're going to be saying. And then he says he's going to go check the lockers since the room is secure. He's going to go look for supplies. And a simple yes or no here. I've got the processing the events set up so that he'll still continue to move around in the background there. Even if you're setting on a menu screen, the screen still fades in and out instead of pausing. And it doesn't really matter what you choose here, it just kind of changes what he says. We'll say yes for now. And then we give name, rank, things like that. No need to be worried about amnesia. No, these cryopods don't work like that. You basically go in them, you're frozen, and as soon as you come out, you're almost ready to go. No matter how long you've been on ice, as you want to call it. So yeah. And I still need to do some things here, but after she's done, I'm probably gonna leave her like that, and I'll have her tell you, the player, to go check the lockers. And then you'll check the lockers, grab some supplies, and you'll talk to Dennis last. And he'll also have gathered some supplies, as much as he could carry. And, you know, of course, we're going to go searching through the rooms. They haven't still really explained to the main character here what's going on, because there's not really time for it yet. And as soon as you step out of a cryopod, you probably don't need to be drowned in information. They'll tell him, though. For now, though, he doesn't really know what's going on. He's probably not even alarmed. Until, of course, automatically, I'm not going to wait too long, the player gets their first fight. A patrol robot comes from the doorway, and I don't have them set up just yet. I don't have the robot's mob made or his icon decided. But they can easily win the battle, hopefully. There could also be some explanation dialogue right there. And as you can see, right before the fight, even though it didn't mention it because it should be implied since combat is starting, all of the members join the group, so I'll probably have some dialogue in that combat or after it that just explains, you know, what's going on. Because the main character might be like, you know, why are the robots attacking? That's a little bit weird. For one, it's weird that he wasn't woken up by medical staff or anything like that. Just, you know, two not shabby looking people, but two people who probably shouldn't be in here, even though Emma is a medic. I don't know. Might have to find a way to explain that too. But yeah, so they join, all of the sprites are removed, the party is formed up, and we can now leave the area. I might have some flavor on the consoles here, like if you come and examine the computer here, it'll tell the player that his cryopod's the only one with power, and that maybe there was only a day's worth of power left before the battery died or something like that. Examining these cryopods will give a sad message that the people inside are dead and bloated or something like that. Something horrible. Some of the tubes will be empty and things like that, broken maybe. Stinky and nasty with rotting biomass inside. So yeah, that layer with the pipes, you can walk underneath it. It's overhead. And really that's all I've done, because learning to Parallax map and to get that event set up was extremely taxing for me. I made a lot of mistakes that overly complicated things and broke them. And I ended up having to rebuild some of these events multiple times just because I didn't know what I was doing. So, the player can go back in there. None of the events trigger. Got that figured out and set up. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got right now in game. It's not very much at all. It's hopefully going to come together a little bit quicker later on, but for now I'm still teaching myself different techniques and everything to use. One of the things I'm looking at is also I will be making the entire map parallax mapped, more or less. I'll be taking the floors, and on some of them, one of the ideas that I've had is to remove little sections of the flooring and then have a moving layer underneath the floor that makes it look like there's might be lights flickering or computer screens flickering, because I'll have a color gradient in the background that is rotating. So yeah, things like lights and computer screens will flicker and maybe look alive. Maybe that made sense as I explained it there, but you'll see once we get to it, or once I get to it anyways. I'm not even going to bother explaining these events. I did find different ways to set things up. I probably made them way more complicated than I needed to. One of the things that I did do, I used something like 10 switches so far. In this first room and in this first event, 10 switches have been used. I think that might be a lot, I'm not sure, for that little simple thing that we were setting up there. But, I don't really know any other way to go about it. Again, if I could simplify things, I could probably get away with using less switches, but for the most part this game is probably going to use a lot of global switches just because I don't know how to simplify things. Let's see, I've got Victor's engine, Victor's fog engine. I'm not using those yet. I've got a font script from the tutorial that I linked in the first video. That way I can change the font in the game. It's as simple as this little script here, and you just make a font folder in your game folder and place your fonts in there, and that's what the font file is named, Jagged, and things like that. So there's been a few changes since the last video, and I think what I want to do now, there's a lot of things we could do. We could work on this event here and actually switch it so that we're not fighting slimes. Let's see, resource manager, I think we need to go to the database. I haven't actually messed with this yet. Troops. Before we make troops, we should probably make a new monster. Here we go. We don't need slimes. We are not going to be fighting them. For now, we'll just call this a rogue Borg. And I'm not sure if I have any good robot monsters just yet. You can see lots of kind of demonic monsters. At some point in the game, spoilers here, it's not going to be completely sci-fi. There is a reason that these colonies were leaving their home world, and it's because they were messing with things they really shouldn't have. So, at some point in the game, it turns out that, guess what? The head honchos on the colony were still conducting these experiments, and the same fate that befell their planet is befalling the colony, and will probably befall the new world that they're headed to. Pretty bad news, probably. I can't believe I don't have any robots. There's got to be some around here. Angels? No. I might have to find some, actually. If I do... No, I downloaded... I'm almost positive that I downloaded some. Let's see. What's my database say? That will be under Battlers, I believe. Where are you at? Soundtrack? No. I am trying to get a soundtrack put together. Because one of the things that I do is I actually design the scene around the music. Sometimes the scene comes first, sometimes the music comes first. And should be under monsters, right? No? Okay, well those are all the ones I've imported already. Well, crap. Was it under sprites then? We've got a mad chef. Yeah, there's some robots right here. But that's not really a very good battler sprite. Battler sprites should be larger. Could be the spider. For now, I just want to test it out. I'll apparently have to find more sprites here. Where is it at? Spider. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to cut out an individual one here and enlarge it for battle. Well, that's good to know, so that's not going to work. Not pirates. guess we could do that right now. So let's see. Come here, GIMP. You don't need to have Photoshop to do this. GIMP is free. You can Google it yourself. GIMP. You can see it up here, and download it. And you can use it. It does pretty much everything that Photoshop does. So where would it be? Is it under Objects? No. It's under Sprites, I think. Gonna have a baby monster, probably. Okay, so where'd you put it? GIMP, there we go. Now, what I need to do here is which way should the monster be facing in combat here? It's going to be a very poor resolution monster in combat, but this is also just kind of a test for me. I want to see if this will work. I think we should, I guess just this one here, this pose, right there, kind of get it fairly close to the edge of the spider. It doesn't have to be pixel tight, that'll work. And let's see, how large should it be? Crap. Maybe 300 by 300? I really should have checked. I am gonna check one thing here. Let's see, how large is this one? No. How large are these monsters? 140 by 180, 296 by 230. So basically they need to be about 120 and larger. At least 120 would be a very small one. A slime, 81 by 70. 300 by 300 is a bit too big then. So, how about 192 by 196? How about 200 by 250? Even though that might... Let's actually rotate this. There we go. Background should be transparent, except it doesn't matter because I can use the eyedropper to select it and make it transparent, I believe. So we can, since I copied that, selected and copied it, we can paste it as a new layer. And where's my scale tool? There we go. Yeah, not the best quality because I enlarged it from a very small image, a little bit blurry there, but it should do. And we're gonna test this out. We're gonna test it under battlers. Let's see, this will be the spider bot, and I want to make sure that I save it as a PNG file. It doesn't need to be saved as the GIMP extension there. There we go. Export it, save it, and oh wait, I shouldn't have added it directly to that folder because I do need to import it, and yeah, preview, because I need to make this transparent. Import. So we're gonna actually import it. Oh boy, where is that folder at? All my folders, it seems, are just screwed up because I have a folder on my desktop that houses all of the resources that I've downloaded, whereas in the games folder it's only the resources that I'm actually using. So, SpiderBot, we're going to re-import you, make this transparent. There we go. Okay. And should be able to select it here. There we go. We could change the hue if we wanted. We'll just leave it red for now, because that's kind of creepy. It didn't make that transparent, it doesn't look like. That's easy, that's fine, that's an easy enough fix. Is there a way to... Yeah, see, look at that. Battle test. Let's just test this. Yeah, okay. So, gonna have to fix that. However, that should be pretty easy. Let's see. Fuzzy select, is this what I should use? Color picker. Or I could just delete the background, right? That would work. Apparently no. I'm gonna save this anyways, because this should work. Because I've got that layer hidden. And there we go. Unfortunately, you can see that they overlap. An easy fix would just be to have one slime times one there. Arrange. Oh, actually, there we go. That'll space them out. Oh, cool. You can actually drag them around and drop them. I didn't know that. Battle test this shit. There we go. Low quality, but we could fix that by making them smaller, too. In fact, let's do that while we've got it open. Okay. Image size. Should just be able to shrink this down like this, right? Canvas size, no. How about... No, not that large. That's a bit much. About 125. These will just be small robots. Could even go smaller than that, probably. Image 100. There we go. That'll work. Save it. And they could be maybe attacked by even a swarm of these things. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Times 4. Whoops. Okay, that's just the name then. There we go. That's kind of creepy. Not much of an actual fight here though. Just 4 basic slimes. They don't have any special attacks yet or anything like that. Auto name, this will be the spider bot times 4. Let's see, let's change the background here. I think we'll have... What is the flooring in there? This should be... I need more battle backgrounds too, because they're all fantasy. And I don't have anything that really looks like the cryo room. And that's as close as it gets right there. This is really the only thing with any type of machinery or industrial look to it. That floor is close, but still wrong. I don't think it's cobblestone. Even though it's close to cobblestone, I believe. No. Isn't that kind of what it looks like? Just gonna see. I've already forgot. No, well, kind of, but at the same time, not really. Okay, battle test. Pull them down just a little bit. There we go. That's not too bad. Wait, they're not slimes? You need to have their names changed. So yeah, easy to set up. Can I run? Yep, we can run. Okay, so that'll work for now. However, we need to change the slime name to Spiderbot. There we go. They don't have any special abilities yet because I haven't set anything up for them. I'm not even going to bother giving special... One of the last things I'll probably do, or really get around to finishing out, is the balance. That's giving everybody their skills, their special abilities, figuring out health and defense and things like that. Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. Let's see, what else can we do here? We could try to parallax the main hallway in there. But I'm still not sure if I like the way the main hallway looks. Could change the battle music. Let's see. Crank the pitch down. No, it's too slow. Maybe. Maybe not. No. I just don't really... I'm already using this theme song somewhere, I believe. I just don't hear anything redeeming in those songs. That's not a good battle song. Battle song needs to motivate you to fight. Not put you to sleep or get you in a thinking mood like that. This could be some type of secret boss battle song. Or maybe not. I thought I was gonna pick up, but it doesn't. No. Actually, let's check something. Just wanted to test it with the pitch up a little bit higher. Wow. It's battle for method. Also crank the music down in battle just a bit. That's just too epic for a space colony regular battle. Okay. I'm gonna have to find some battle music apparently too somewhere. Wait. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna be fighting in that music. This isn't really important, but I'm gonna waste time doing it anyways. No weddings. No. Those first notes have to really connect in a battle song. They have to connect with me at least. Because you're gonna be hearing them every time you get in a battle. The first thing you hear. That's just too epic for a regular battle song. This could be a good battle song, actually. If those sirens weren't so annoying. I guess that's not too bad. No, that's too slow, I think. No, actually that works. I think that'll work for the battle song for now. Oh, victory. I'm gonna crank the pitch down again on these. No. It's like your batteries are dying. That would be the worst victory music ever. I'm not waking up for the first time either today, so... The King's men have returned! No. Maybe I should just jam a tasty guitar riff for the victory song. I'm not gonna do that right now. But I will try to work on it. Don't need to worry about any of that. And... there are some things we could change here, too. Let's see. Could work on some of these game terms right now. Key items. Equipment change. Optimize. New game. Maybe there is nothing to change here. Weapons. That's right, I did have a list here. That's right, I was trying to come up with what we should actually call our armor. First off, though, you gotta stop that. Just gotta stop that. Let's see, general armor was actually going to be civilian wear, and again, some of these names, probably all of them, will probably change. The magic armor, technician gear. You'll notice that's gear instead of wear. There is a reason for that. Combat gear, and it's mostly just to do with how it sounds and what it means, I guess. Let's see, this one is novelty wear. Not to be taken very seriously. I'm not sure who will be wearing that stuff. And the small shields can be energy shields. That's right. We don't have a large shield yet. I may make this to where energy shields block physical styled attacks, and we'll have some other type of shield that will block the magic style attacks in my game. There is going to be magic. I may not straight up call it magic. I may just do another name change. It's magic, okay? It doesn't matter what you call these things in your game. If you're messing with elements and doing strange attacks, it may as well be magic. So I'll be changing that at some point. Special abilities, still not going to set those up. Elements, I'll probably change a few of those. All of the weapon types will be getting changed. I just don't know what to yet. Let's apply that. What else do we have? Common events. I don't actually know how to use common events yet. That's probably in some tutorial. Someone can teach me how to use those. I've read a ton of tutorials at this point. There's a lot to cover, though. And I'm sure I've missed some stuff. States. Probably have some custom states in there, too. Not going to really mess with any more battles just yet. Primarily because I also need to figure out how I'm going to be doing the battles in the game. I know that I'm going to have, for the most part, no random battles. Items will change all of that stuff later. I'll probably, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, set down and map out what a bunch of the items will be called. That will be taken from like Space Station 13 and a couple of other games that are around. Just get item names and things like that. Because even if I did come up with a custom name for an item, it would be used by another game. You can't really use an item that has not already been used somewhere else. I'm not going to mess with any of this. Okay. So, actually one thing I wanted to do was before we go to the main hallway, I wanted to keep working on the overlay for the cryo room here, because there are a few things that I wanted to add. I wanted to add some more tubes here, some more pipes, primarily for the cryopods. Let's see. That one ends up in line with that. So let's see. This is how we'll work on it. Oh, I didn't want to zoom in that much. Not trying to eat the pixels here. You can tell that I've got the grid on GIMP set up to be the exact size of the tiles. The in-game tiles are 32 by 32, and if you set your grid up for that, you can easily see exactly where the edge of your tiles will be, and it does make things a lot easier to line it up, which is important because you want your tiles to line up in-game. That way it's also easier to set up the passability, where you want people to be able to walk and where you don't want them to be able to walk. But we can close out the spider bot. We can close out that. Don't want to save it. And we've got that right there. These are the pipes that I'm using. They were the best looking pipes that I was able to find. And it's from, let's see, this is from Celiana and Lunaria. Very nice steampunk tile set that they've got. I will probably be using several of the tiles from it throughout most of the game here. I was trying to find ways to use this scaffolding and bars between the walls here to make it look like you were actually, again, I want this to be like you're looking between the walls whenever you walk into a new area. But I couldn't find a way to make it look real good in here. Maybe someplace else. Yeah, all types of gauges and stuff. And I think that we need at least another gauge or two as well. So, how about, before I add any more pipes, we're going to add this gauge right here. Just select it with the lasso, or with the box there. These I do try to get pixel perfect for what I want. Control C, and then we want to paste this as a new layer in here. One of the things I don't like about GIMP is that every new layer that I paste is thrown way up there into the top left corner. It just puts a whole lot of needless scrolling into my life here. So yeah, we need to also move this on top. So we're going to merge it down at some point. What? Go up there. Why can I not do that? I'm not very good with GIMP either, if you hadn't noticed. You know, maybe it's because I've got this selected still. Never had this problem before. But it would figure that it would be something. Let's see. For starters, let's make that the same size as the rest of the layer. I've honestly never had this to where I could not scroll the layers before. It's always something with one of the programs I'm using. I don't understand them good enough. Okay. Because, yeah, see, I need it to be on top of this layer. That way I can kind of put it in the middle of the pipe here. I don't know what the hell is going on. Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to merge or flatten anything. Close that out for now. Try it now. Okay, I'm going to pause this and find out what is wrong, why I can't move this. It's always something. Okay, turns out GIMP just wants to be lame, and I don't know what it's doing. I can't drag my layers for some reason, but I can use their nifty little arrows here, which is just lovely, you know. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Oh, that works though. So yeah, this little gauge right here, let's see, we'll make it, I would like to make it a little bit larger. There we go. It's slowly increasing, I think. Are you scaling? I can't actually tell if it is or not. Oh, maybe I should not be recording tonight. Why, game? Let's see. How about layer to boundary size? No. I think because I already made it the same size as the entire layer. Can't shrink it back down. Here, how about, I just want to see how large that makes this thing. Scale it. Where did you... No, that's wrong. Okay, well apparently I can't select that Steam gauge because it went off the screen. Well, welcome back, Steam gauge. So, here's a lesson in GIMP. If you want to be able to easily scale something, do not make the layer the same size as the entire image, because it tries to scale the entire image now, and just does not work. So, what I'm going to do actually is we're going to recut that little gauge there. Where is it? Let's get rid of that one. Oh really? I can't even drag you into the trash? Surely I can delete you. There we go. I don't know why it's not letting me drag now. Again, it's always something. You just have to learn to work around all this bull crap. that you will always run into. Always. So, grab you one more time, and this time we're going to make it much larger. Maybe not too much larger, but oh, it didn't put it in the top left this time. It's amazing. Will you listen to my other complaints? So let's see, that might be a bit too large. It does make it a little bit blurry. It makes it lose detail. Yeah, I'm not sure if the gauge needs to be that large, actually. In fact, I may not need another gauge there. There may be another piece that we can... Yeah, all of that pretty much for nothing here. Put that gauge just right there for now. Yeah, pretty much did that for nothing because, actually... To leave that gauge there or not now? We already have one gauge here. Did it anchor it down? No. Just get rid of it. Just get the hell out of here. We're going to use another tile from here. That's another thing why I don't record this very much. I'm very indecisive. I'll place something and then decide, nope. Definitely not good to have that there. Let's see. We could try to add those cryo pipes now, because they need a place to drain their fluid, right? So how would we do that? Which piece would it use? I'm thinking it would use, I was thinking about this earlier, I think it'll use this piece here. But we'll have to rotate it a little bit. Let's see. We're going to test it out. I think that's got all of it. There we go. This is another test here. And for this layer, I just want to rotate it 180 degrees. There we go. Actually, that might not be right either. You see, it'll be kind of like this. I need my grid on. There we go. That way I can line it up. Now, kind of, I don't know if that would be correct. What to do here? I don't know if I should have it dangling down here or not, because there's not really anything down here. This is kind of the edge. What other pieces do we have that might work? Actually, how about we unrotate it? Whoops. How about we unrotate it and... Wait, does this thing look the same both ways it's rotated here? See, I want this part coming out of the wall here and this part to be rotated up. What happens if I rotate it? Okay. It's a little bit closer to what I wanted here. And then we're going to go in here and actually erase the edges here. I want a hard edge. I want it completely erased. And shrink this down just a bit. Because honestly, don't need that. Don't need any of that really. I'll move this up right there. And the next piece that we need is, wait, is there another larger piece of pipe here? It's either going to be this piece, this one has a shadow underneath it actually. This one also has a shadow underneath it. Nope. We'll grab this one down here, shadow free. Okay. Kind of a small piece, but it'll do. And it does have a little bit of shadow too, but I guess that's fine. Okay. Paste that. And I'm thinking see. Doesn't look as good as I thought it was going to. I think because it's missing the gasket right here, because I erased it. I'm gonna actually grab this too. Okay. No, don't anchor that. We'll make that a new layer. There we go. Because I also want to grab this piece here. This is actually the good thing about parallax mapping, that I think, is that, see, if I was just using the tile set there in-game, I wouldn't be able to do this. If I didn't have a tile for something, then, you know, it'd be too bad. But with parallax mapping and using GIMP, you can actually just grab the pieces that you want, and then paste them like you're kind of painting a picture. It's not exactly working with tiles. And let's see, this, I'm going to make this its own layer. You have to be careful with layers, because once you merge them, they're extremely difficult to separate. It's kind of a permanent thing if you go too far. This layer, let's see, just 90 degrees. There we go. Bring that right there. That looks a little bit better. There we go. Actually, I think this shadowed edge right there, I think it has to go. Yeah, there we go. That looks a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to copy and paste. Wait a second. Wait a second. I might have erased a little bit too much there. I did. You better learn Control Z. That's to undo your mistakes. If you're like me, you will be making a ton of them like that. Quit jumping around, mouse. You got important business to attend to here. Okay. That is fine. That's fine. You... You know what, for this, I am going to layer it to the image size, copy it, paste it, and copy and paste it right there. There we go, and make that a new layer. See, this one, we're going to duplicate this one too. And then move it up. There we go. It's not the most beautiful pipe merge in the world. Let's see. Can I actually make that any better? Move that down there. Move that one right there. That actually looks a little bit better. Okay. So, this is what it looks like. At regular size, which isn't too bad, and that would be for the first cryo pod right there. So we need the other ones to be done. So how we're going to do that is fairly simple. That'll have to do for now. I'm probably not going to undo that. Okay, so I can merge this one down, merge that one down. Don't want to merge too many of them. Merge that one down. And, oh crap, see? I already messed up here because this little thing right there is already pasted too far down, which is highly unfortunate. Okay, we're going to duplicate that 1, 2, 3. Nope. Don't need to get it that good of a look. And just move these every 2. There's 1 space between each cryopod. So kind of right in the middle there. Lines up on that last screw. Grab that one. And voila. Now, what we can do here is pretty simple. Actually, hang on. I'm going to get these just right. Line the edge right up perfect on that one bolt on the tile. Okay, good. They all are, except for maybe this one that I honestly can't tell. Yeah, this one is further over to the left. Just by a few pixels. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I could have done this way, now that I think about it. I still think I'm going to try this. Let's see. I'm going to select this entire tile. It's 32 by 32. And at GIMP it tells you down on the bottom right there. It says rectangle 32 by 32. Okay. I'm actually going to merge that one down. Merge that one down. And merge that one down. So that's all the pipes right there. And that's fine. So I can shift all of them at once we get these next ones, this next thing lined up, which I need to copy this and paste it and move it to there. I'm almost positive. Actually, no, I did not tell you to merge yourself just yet. There we go. That is lined up with the tile. I'm going to make that a new layer. I'm going to copy and paste this one too. Okay. And that one is perfectly aligned with the tile. That's good. I'm going to make a new layer out of this one. Again, I'm making this way more complicated than I have to. If I wouldn't have messed up the first time. There we go. So those are pretty much lined up then. They're pretty much lined up. Except the original one is now not lined up. Wonderful. Oh, where did I go wrong with you? Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe this pipe needs to be scooted over. Maybe I just need to stop worrying about it because it's only one pixel in the grand scheme of things here. Paste that one here. And got that one dead on the money too. So we'll anchor this layer. There we go. Let's just zoom out a bit and look at this. That one is that pipe. That's that pipe. So merge those two right there. This one is those pipes. Yeah, this pipe needs to be scooted over. This one does, right here. Because it's going to bother me because it's not on there very good. It could be better. Should be... I can grab that and... No. I just want to move this piece. There we go. And actually, complicate this again. Let's erase this one from existence. The one behind it, don't need it. Got a brand new pipe here. Wait a second. Did I erase the wrong one? I think I did. Why do I always do stuff like that? Okay, this is the layer I want to be on. You have to pay attention, especially if you're like me and you continually screw things up. Constantly watch yourself and make sure that you are not fudging things up. Okay, so now we've got those pipes there. Yeah, I think that is fine. Do I have their layering correct? That it should be. Okay, so we can merge this one down. They're all screwed up. It'd be funny if it wasn't so sad that I'd do this to myself here. Okay, what happens if I put this one below that? There we go. That brings those back up there. Okay, so you can merge down. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to merge this one down too, because this design is final for me. So, there we go. Now that's the pipe system. Not too shabby. I'll do a little bit of shadowing on it at some point. For now though, where is it? For now though, let's go ahead and save this. Save as. This is the layer. Fixed test. That's what I want to save it as. Yes. Export it. There we go. And let's try this again, just to see how this scene looks. That's a problem, where the screen flashes in the very beginning before this top layer gets drawn. I'm going to have to find a way to fix that. I have a couple ideas on how to do that. I did try to have the screen tinted, very first event, to have it tinted pitch black so that you couldn't see anything, but the game always shows the screen first before it even initializes the first event. So you'll see the flash and then the screen would go completely dark, which defeats the whole purpose anyways. And apparently that event is broke if I wait too long. Dennis just stumbles forward. Ugh. And there he goes. And we can say no. Just a little bit of dialogue change. Nothing major. I'm not going to have too many of those events. And it's probably going to be fairly boring to some, but I'm not going to have a whole lot of branching paths and different things that you can choose like that. I kind of want to have a straightforward, focused story. There will be some things that you can miss, side events, character quests, things like that, but no real dialogue choices, I guess, where you can kind of screw yourself out of something. So yeah, there's that. It does kind of look weird down there, but I'm hoping maybe a little bit of shadows will fix that. There could be something else I could add as well. I don't know. I like it. It's a good test for Parallax in here, I think. And it should make the future rooms that I make a little bit better, especially once I start designing them with Parallax in mind from the scratch. Should be able to add a lot of additional detail that way. I think I'm going to end this video here, though, as well, at another hour, even though we didn't really cover anything. I don't really know what I showcased that was really important. Mostly just rambling. Probably the next few videos will be rambling more as well. I think whenever we come back, maybe we will parallax this room as well. That way we can walk underneath the wall here. And I'll do that from the very beginning. I'll run the program that takes the screenshot of the map and show you guys how to set all that up as well, if you care. If not, I don't know why you're watching, because there's going to be a whole lot of pointless videos like this, where almost nothing gets done, because I am horrible at this, and it's going to be quite a while before I get quick or efficient at it.